everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Strawberry Hill Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Simmons. And as always, we're here at the Shop Cigar Lounge. Can't get that off. Here down here at Strawberry Hill and KCK. Like I said, if you haven't been here before, come visit us. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you follow us on our platforms. And we're going to get started with today's episode. Today we have Mr. Community himself, Edgar Galicia. Am I saying it right?
Galicia?
Yeah, Galicia.
Yeah.
All right. Didn't want to butcher your name. So how you been, man?
Very good, very good. Just staying out of trouble.
Aren't we all?
Exactly.
So, kind of getting started, I guess, are you locally from Wyandotte County, or are you kind of from somewhere else? You're born and raised? Tell me a little bit of your backstory.
It's funny because through my younger years, I never adopted a city. My family traveled quite a bit, national and internationally, and I felt like it's all about my opportunity, and so I went places until 2010, when I came back to Kansas City and decided that Kansas City, Kansas specifically, but the whole metro offers you an pretty unique opportunity to live a good quality of life without the hecticness of a large city.
Yeah.
But with all the benefits of a strong metropolitan area.
Yeah.
I
always tell people this is the biggest, smallest city like you can kind of feel into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can find a little bit of everything or a lot if that's what you're looking for, right? But I'm originally from Mexico City. I was 18 years old when I migrated to the United States because of my schooling, and so happened that Kansas City, Kansas has one of the best unknown gems for language arts.
Really?
And language studies. So Donnelly College has an amazing ESL program that was, suggested to me because I wanted to go to the Kansas City Arts Institute. And so I utilized that opportunity. My family live here. Members of my family live here for way longer. But it was 1985 when I came here for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So did you move around from 85 until 2010?
Yes. I moved all over the place. Long story short, from Mexico City, came here. From here, I went back to Mexico City for a while. Then I went to Miami, to Laredo, Texas, travel a couple of places just to not root myself, but just to get to know and do business there. And so then I went back briefly to Mexico City, and then I came back here.
Yeah. It's a long journey of places you've been. Well, I'm glad you ended up here.
I'm glad too. I have to say I'm glad too because, like I said, the metro area and Kansas City, Kansas specifically, offers you a way to grow, a way to invest, and a way to come back to roots. So I like it.
So is your family, I know you say some family live here, is most of your family here too still right now, or?
I have family all over the place, but I live with my grandparents. My mother divorced when she was young. I was a baby. We went back to her parents' house, and I grew up with all her siblings, which are 9. And
9 siblings?
9 siblings,
Holy
plus
moly.
my mother. So that's 10 total, right?
Yeah.
I was the 11th because even though I was a grandson, I lived with them and dealt with the reality and their life, and I was like their keychain all over the place with them, right? So two of these siblings from my mother's family live here. And one of them has lived here for longer than I remember. And so they always base themselves in Kansas City, Kansas, on this side. Opportunity and the quality of life that they found.
Yeah.
And so when I came, thanks to my intention to learn English and go to the Kansas City Art Institute, there was no other location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said a little bit at the end, like learning English. Like, was that pretty hard? Because I know, like, my wife's mom, she's from Spain, and so she said when she came over, learning English, it was a lot harder than she thought, just because English, there's so many different words for like different things, and like it's the same word means 8 different things.
Right.
So, like, I mean, was that a challenge for you, just kind of learning it or was it? Because you said you were definitely interested in learning English.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was young enough to absorb the language, and naive enough to not care about whether or not I was pronouncing it correctly or I was being understood. I always care about being understood, but I always managed to be understood. I think it was not an easy task, but it wasn't that difficult either.
Yeah.
I just submerged myself into the communication, and the English part of it came through with education, with structure, but mostly with society, with community.
Yeah. So you've been here since 2010. I take it you still like being here. And why not County? Yeah.
Absolutely. I did marry the city per se, because at some point you need to understand that, and I always say this, it's not about changing your surroundings for the better, but changing the surroundings to be better.
I completely understand that. That's why I wanted to invest in my community when I wanted to open up this, because it's like, I want to improve Wyandotte County. I don't want to go somewhere else where it's already improved, Casey, Mo, Johnson County.
Yes.
I'm not saying that we're not improved, but it's like, I want to improve the place where I live.
Yes.
Like, I want to better my community. I don't want to go outside of my community.
Right. And that's an interesting topic, because as you know, I work for a non-for-profit, and my whole purpose is obviously to make a living, but what matters is how do I make a living. In my past life, I have been successful in personal and private businesses.
Yeah.
These personal and private businesses took me literally all over the world, and I learned a lot everywhere. And when I came here, when I came back to Kansas City, Kansas, funny thing, even when my family comes from politics in Mexico, I swore that I was never going to get into politics or community work because it wasn't appetizing, or it wasn't something that like make me tick, And after my ordeal, going through life changes, I came here and I found what I called my real purpose, which is not about wealth, it's not about power, it's not about recognition. It's about creating stability, creating good living conditions for people. And that's exactly what the non-for-profit I work with does.
Yeah. So tell me more about your non-for-profit. It's CABA?
CABA, Central Avenue or Central Area Betterment Association. So Central Area Betterment Association, CABA, is an organization that has been there for 47 years, for like forever.
Wow, I did not know that.
Started as the Central Avenue business association where all the businesses got together and did whatever they needed to do to make the place better or keep it better and all. I will say that at that moment, Cava was very specific to the benefits of the business owners.
Yeah.
And they did some amazing things such as lighting and signage and decorations, beautification, Christmas type of situations, all of that. But at the same time, they went against mobile business. They went against minority interjection or interaction.
Yeah.
They went against and lobby against different type of investments. They were very specific. And Cava was the instrument that they used.
Yeah.
Funny enough, today Cava is being used to welcome everybody.
It's the complete opposite now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To diversify, to be inclusive, right? And I think that is giving us better results, better results. We are all about helping the businesses stay in business. We're all about creating community pride in the people like you so that you are self-investing.
Yes.
You wouldn't self-invest here if your experience wasn't positive to the community's perspective, right? So many people outside the Kansas City, Kansas space are dots. But it used to be that the term dot was used to push people away.
Yeah.
You're not, I am, and that type of thing. That's segregation.
Yeah, it's very territorial.
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, that hasn't taken us places. I tell people that come with experience in the old days. They come and talk to me about it, how good it was and all of that, and how much they did.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't doubt they did it. But what I ask them is, so with everything you did in the past that you feel good about, are you proud of where we are at today? Because you were the seed that gave us our reality today. So how much of that are you proud of?
Ooh, that's a hard pill to swallow for some people, I bet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so if we don't generate that pride, if I don't give you reasons why to continue self-investing, then what community do we have?
Yeah.
There is two ways to develop community. One is to transfer wealth.
Yep.
To say, you know what, this is not working, clean out, move away, displace, bring new, build new, and bring new people with deeper pockets. And that's a new community. Welcome. Everybody happy. But what happens to those who invested in the bad times and hustled during the bad times? They got displaced. They got taken out. What happened to their investment? It got lost, right? So that's one way. Displacement, gentrification, new. Or recreating, investing into the people, bringing up, generating upper mobility, generating self-investors that create beautiful spaces like yours.
I appreciate that, yeah.
And bring more people that accept the style of living that we all work with.
Yeah.
So some people at some point have said, you're against good things. We deserve luxury. We deserve comfortability. And I said, I deserve that. I live that. Believe me, I know what that tastes like. But not at the price of our people. Now, should we enjoy luxury? Absolutely, yes. But at the same time as you build luxury, build opportunity for those who have self-invested here to grow and to develop with that.
Yep.
And then we're all together.
Yes. Completely understand that. So how long have you been with Capa for?
I have been almost 10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So I take it you love it.
I love it. I love it. I tell people that I retired 10 years ago. And I'm doing whatever I want to do, what I enjoy doing all the time.
Yeah, because it's like if you do what you love to do, it's
You
not
don't
really work. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's cool. I remember going to a seminar before I opened, when I had the thought of opening. Like you guys had a seminar kind of like for business owners that just wanted to come and attend. Like, hey, if you want to open up a business in Lima County, we're putting it on. You don't have to be on Central Avenue. You don't have to, we're just putting it on.
Exactly.
And I remember going to that, and it was very beneficial.
Thank you.
Because it kind of showed me kind of the steps of like kind of what to take, because wasn't a lot of things out there like what to do. So I thought that was cool, and hopefully you guys are still putting that on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So what are some cool things that Caba's doing?
Well, the coolest thing that we're doing is trying to survive today. or building got damage, and that is a major burden. But
I was just about to ask about that.
We're working through the system. We're working through the process, and we should be getting something more positive rather soon.
You talk about for the building, right?
Yeah, the
because
building
there was
specifically.
like a microburst kind of F1 tornado.
Yes.
That hit it, right?
Yes.
That was what, a month or two ago?
A month and a half, 5 weeks.
How
give
crazy!
take.
And then it took off the roof, right?
It took a third of the roof and slammed it on the other part and damaged it. So yes.
So where are you guys at now? I mean, are you?
We are at 1520 Central. We were given a rent-free space per se. Yeah, we were donated space, and we're operating from there. We have a pretty strong program of activities throughout the year. So we have seasonal programming, right? And we're going through, or we just happened to have our food tour, which was an enormous success. We have right now our summer mentoring program with new leaders in the community. We are getting ready to celebrate 10 years, not 10 years of La Placita program, which is an amazing entrepreneurship program. Then we have our Diversity Parade, which is one of the oldest parades in the city, the Central Avenue Diversity Parade in September. And then we have the monster event of all, which is Day of the Dead.
That is cool. I didn't know you guys did or helped put on most of those events.
We do.
That is awesome.
Yes.
So tell me more about, is it La Placita?
Yes, La Placita. La Placita is a business incubator for any business that wants, or anybody actually, that wants to initiate a business or just put product to market.
Yeah.
And test without the burden of having to make a major investment, right? I mean, let's take a look at your situation. You had to make a major investment in order to sell one cigar.
Yeah.
To sell one cigar, you had to have all of these ready to go in hopes that you were known, that you could carry all these customers, and these people that could come visit would enjoy your ambiance and come back, right? I am not sure, and this is not my business, to know where you've got the funding, but you had to have funding, either personal or
most of it was personal,
financial, banking, or whatever, to get it done. Not everybody has that ability to make this type of investment. And so La Placita is a place where if you wanted to start promoting your cigars, could have come, we would have given you a tent, a table, a couple of chairs.
That's cool.
Where at no cost, you would present your products and learn about self-promoting. So it's not a market like everybody goes to the secondhand or the flea market. Like you go walk around, see what's happening, maybe have something, maybe not,
Yeah.
and then go away. No, this is a very purposeful marketing strategy where you learn to create your own following. And so we give you that with some promotion and all the structure, but basically you go through a season program where you learn how to do your accounting, to guesstimate your sales, to do presentations, to put it to market and talk to people. Without the investment, you start selling.
Yeah.
And when you decide to make a larger investment, be it a front door, be it a trailer or whatever larger investment, is because you already have the backing of customers buying your product. That would have made a great deal of difference if you, when you started this, had 50% of these customers you already have.
Yeah, you're right. Not building it up beforehand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we give you that opportunity through La Placita.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been doing that program?
We started that was the first program we started.
Really?
Which with the new Cava per se.
Yes.
Right. Because 10 years ago, 2013, there were a group of students who surveyed the whole place, the whole area, just to defining what improvements needed to be, where the community was, and all that. And we took that to heart because two of the questions in that survey were what was your favorite place, and what was your least less likely or liked place, the less favorite place. And church and home were the most liked places. Bethany Park was the least liked space in our community. Nobody wanted to go to it. Nobody wanted to visit.
What was it?
Bethany Park.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, Bethany Park. Nobody wanted anything to do with that park. And so we started working in cleaning it up, and this is we community.
Yes.
Because Parks and Rec was involved. Other organizations like Community Housing of Wyandotte, and obviously Cava and different other organizations were involved into partnering and cleaning the place, reactivating it. And we started once a month with a kind of concert festival activity. And a lot of people start saying, hey, can we come and sell something? Or can I bring some product? Can I offer it? And a lot of nonprofits started coming and saying, let me have a space so I can, promote our services and all that. So we allowed that space to be created. And from once a month to every Saturday between May and September, it went rather quickly.
Really?
And it's now been 10 years.
That's cool.
Yes.
And I see you're also involved with the Third Friday Art Walk because you guys
we
are down there too. Is it La Placita? Is that down there, or is it just Cava?
Well, so
a little bit of everything.
I think it's Cava in general, like the big umbrella.
Yeah.
And I will not take a lot of credit on that because Third Fridays.
Oh, that's like a community that comes together. Yeah,
it's a whole group of individuals and organizations that came together and started working on ideas, and that happened. We were part of that, and we're still part of that. But Community Housing of Wyandotte has now taken full charge on it and finances and keeps it going, which is amazing. We couldn't do it. We have so much going on that we couldn't do it. But we're supportive, and we have always supported, and we love the results. We love the results. I mean, once a month you have about 3,000-4,000 people here.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Yes.
I love seeing it because it's always bringing new people to this area. And, like, I love it too, even just from a business standpoint. Like, I get to bring in new people and they also get to see a side of Wyandotte County that they never would see. It's
Absolutely.
like, and that's another reason why like I built this place too, or not built it. That's why I brought this business. Yeah, because I wanted to bring in. Not only did I want to bring in people to the shop, I wanted to bring in people to Wyandotte County.
Yes.
That would never probably come here.
Yes.
And that Third Friday Artwork, I think, does the same thing.
We call new dollars.
Yes. And I think it's a cool thing to see Wyandotte County. I mean, we're slowly getting there.
Yes.
But we're getting there where we're starting to be more like, it's like almost like a slow renaissance. Like we're starting to bring in new things and, new businesses, and we're starting to get kind of out of that old way of doing things like we used to.
I hope so. I truly hope so. Cava has a development plan for all of this area.
Yeah.
And it definitely calls for Strawberry Hill to be acknowledged as historic.
Yeah.
And to keep the fabric of the community as it is. And then we see between 6th Street and 7th Street a different type of development.
Yeah.
Specifically talking about maybe 3 or 4 floors up.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 7th Street to 10th Street, as high as you want.
Yeah.
That's part of the vision. One of the challenges we have is the lack of density, the lack of numbers in people that we need as taxpayers to support the infrastructure. We share the cost of, and people don't see this. I hear people complaining about high taxes. And that's true. We pay high taxes. But we pay the same bracket of taxes as Midtown, what you would know as Midtown, okay? Without the services and development of Midtown.
Yeah.
But truth is, we are in Midtown because Midtown is not the space between downtown KCMO and the plaza, which is what we know as Midtown. Midtown is the circle around, the full circle around downtown KCMO, which is the downtown of the metro. If we stop being local, thinking local, and look at the whole metro as an area, as an breeding entity that moves and breathes and eats and does everything as a live economic entity. Or downtown is KCMO.
Yeah.
Okay? That's where everybody's moving into, all the investments are being placed into, and from that downtown, there is investment coming out.
Yeah.
Overflowing. Okay? Right now, is all that overflow of investment is being directed to what we call Midtown, which is the space between KCMO and the plaza. That is the reason why Kansas City, Missouri is investing into connecting with transportation all the way to the plaza because they want all the investment to be concentrated there. They're not dummies. Okay? We need to maximize the connectivity between downtown and
Midtown.
or space.
Yeah.
So that market fits us and we grow in that direction. But we need to be very careful with the strategy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I say. As a community, we still do not know what we want to do, what we want to be when we grow up.
It's a good way to put it. Yeah, because I think everyone has their own direction.
Yes.
And we don't communicate well with each other.
And we trample to each other.
Yes. I'm trying to say it as nice as I can.
Yes. Let's don't get political.
Yeah. No.
Let's don't get political. But yes, we need to consolidate that vision where we bring density, we bring development, but we incorporate upper mobility for our own people.
So what's next for Cava?
Rescuing our building. That's definitely a next. But I believe that we need to continue building the Central Avenue district
Yeah.
and bring more business to it, bigger flow of activity, daily activity. We're not looking to create more festivals.
Yeah.
I think we have Cinco de Mayo, we have the Adversity Parade, we have La Placita constantly, we have Day of the Dead, which is amazing. So we have enough festivals. I would like to bring back Polski Day. I would like
You said Polski Day?
Polski Day.
Yeah.
I would like to bring that back.
What happened to that? Because it's been gone for 2 years now, or maybe a year.
So again,
Maybe is it more political than we want? Or
I think it's a part of the reality. See, when we create events, we create them for the community, by the community, and so they are standalone structures. If we wanted to stay personal, we would hog all of the production,
yeah,
and it's us and only us who could produce it. But then what happens when us is no longer existing?
yeah,
That goes away. So when the people who were producing Polski Day moved away, passed away, got tired, then nobody was there to pick it up.
Nobody wanted to step up.
Exactly. So we need to build that consecutive following, structure to make it continue.
Yeah,
And that's what happens. We would love to produce it. Cava would love to produce it, but we have to respect those who. This is cultural.
yes, 100%.
It's cultural. So we need to respect, and they have to come to terms to define how that gets produced. Just like I see a renaissance on the Slovakian festivals
Yeah,
in this area.
yeah,
Let's keep that. Let's support that. I think that's a good thing. Let's bring people to celebrate that culture.
yeah.
Yeah.
So aren't you involved in the KC Taco Trail bus thing? Did
Yes.
you guys just do that?
Yes.
Tell
That's
me-
another event we created.
that was awesome. Yeah,
How did it go for you? Tell me.
it was good. Yeah, yeah.
New
Like I
people
always
coming in?
even though I don't have food here or anything,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I like being a stop where people get to see this place and
Absolutely.
yeah. No, it was great. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
No, I
So-
would like to be
so-
involved every year. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Let's do this. So we created. I think I have to check my notes, but I think it was 2019 when we created the Flavors of Central Tour.
Yes, that's what it's called. Yes.
But that production came from us participating in all of the neighborhood group events and listening to the people, the local residents ask about the businesses on Central. The sign is in Spanish. What do they sell there? I wouldn't walk in there just without knowing.
Yeah.
Why don't they, make it in English so it make it friendly for us to visit and to go and patronize them or be customers or whatever. So our answer was, well, if you don't understand the signage, let's create a reason for you to step in
Yeah.
and get to meet all of these businesses. And so that's the Flavors of Central Tour. Yes, it's based on food, but what else brings people to
food and
enjoy
drinks.
themselves? Food and drinks, right?
Yeah.
And drinks do, but Strawberry Hill already has a crawl, which is fantastic, and we support it.
Yeah.
So we created the Flavors of Central Tour. And it's been an amazing thing. In the last 2 years, we have not sold out. But before that, we sold out constantly. Our tickets went there. Sponsors participate. And so it's amazing. And it should have brought to you about 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
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 To come and get to see your space.
Yeah.
And they should all come back, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You are in a map. We are promoting this map everywhere. All year long, we take parts of this or numbers of this map everywhere and just put them out there for the people to grab them, to see your name. Oh, there is a shop.
Yeah.
Let's go. And just continue bringing people.
Yeah.
Continue bringing people. So that is what happened. But after that, Visit Kansas City, Kansas talked to us and said, hey, we want to be more inclusive. We want to include not only the central area spaces, we want to go citywide and countywide. And they call it the Taco Trail.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. So they took what we created and made it better, maybe different, but it took it to a different level. And a lot of people are walking around all over the place following the Taco Trail.
Yeah.
And we're okay with that. That's what it is all about.
Yeah, all about promotion in Wyandotte
It's not
County.
about credit. It's not who sees it. It's about promoting the place so new dollars come in, the economy grows, and all little people, little businesses benefit directly, so they stay in business and they go places.
Yeah.
That's all
I think that's, if everyone could get on that page of where we're all trying to promote other businesses in our business and bring people to Wyandotte County to make it better. Like, I think if we were all on that page.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know we were talking about the taco things and stuff like that. So I know you were very vocal in the food truck stuff.
Yes.
That was been happening lately. I know it's kind of died down and I haven't been really keeping track of it.
Right.
But can you tell me just a little bit of what's going on with it?
Well, so the last of it was that the Board of Commissioners determined that new hours of operation.
Yeah, I think they ended at 8, right? Or 8 or 9?
From 8 p.m. To 11 p.m. During the weekdays, and I believe midnight during the weekends. Okay? Which is better than 8 p.m.
So that's the new ordinance.
That's in the order.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because now I'm going to start having food trucks out here on Friday because I didn't know no one said really much about it. So
that's in the ordinance. They also regulated sound, which was already regulated. They just acknowledged that there was already regulation, and that needs to be enforced. And dealt with trash and all of these. Also dealt with distance between business, competing business to food trucks, distance, minimum distances.
Yeah.
All of that is good. I believe that we need to be more business-oriented, business-minded when it comes down to what we like and we don't like. I have seen the commissioners in past years put down business projects because they didn't like the color, they didn't like the aesthetics, they didn't like the location specifically to that type of business, or because they had bigger dreams or hopes for an area.
Yeah.
I would definitely say you cannot put any business down unless you have a better, bigger business or project to implement.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting there waiting for something bigger to happen, you should not stop people from investing.
Not at all.
Right?
That drives me insane.
Yes.
'Cause I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And we've done it quite a bit. Okay? So that's a challenge, and we need to address it. But we're working on it, and things are getting better. I believe that 80% of the commissioners did not take the time to understand the business side.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Food trucks are market-driven. The market, in general, all over the metro, is after 2 in the morning. All the clubs close at 2 in the morning, everywhere in the metro. What happens after that?
Everyone gets hungry and they want something to eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the biggest draw comes between 2 and 3 p.m.
Yep.
After 3, it dies and it goes away.
Yeah.
But if you don't let them benefit from that, that money is going everywhere else.
Yeah.
Those taxes are going everywhere else, not coming to us. Okay? 11 is better than 8.
Yeah.
But still not understanding the nature of the business. My proposition was on Central, specifically on Central, because we have that corner, Central and 18th Street, which has or hosts several food trucks at the same time. My plan was to create specific spaces where the city could actually rent these public spaces, so there is a benefit already, create addresses and give services to these spaces, and let these food trucks rent these spaces to operate from, benefiting the whole corridor, not just one corner. And then help us promote the whole corridor with all of these new businesses and bring more dollars to the area.
Yeah.
Rather than just fighting at one little corner and pushing each other. Okay? It didn't happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I believe that we have much more development to produce, and food trucks are one of the elements that we need to understand.
Yeah. I would like to see more of a food truck presence down here too.
Yes.
Down Strawberry Hill.
Yes.
Because I did have one on most Fridays, and now I'm going to start back up now that I hear this great news.
Yes.
But it was like I didn't see a lot of food options out here, because then because people forget, like, it's not like a bar district down here, but we do have bars down here, and we have a lot of bars.
We have bars.
Yeah. But a lot of people, like, you want to keep the money going. I know that sounds like stingy, but
yes,
they're spending money already here in Wyandotte County. When they leave, why not keep them spending here in Wyandotte County in a food truck or something like that? You want to keep that money coming in. So
right. So have you ever heard anyone from any age and any possibilities complain about the fact that there is nothing happening here after 10?
Yeah, I get it all the time. I mean, because I have members and people that come in, and they all, one of the biggest gripes is, hey, where can I get something to eat at? Because after 7, 8 o'clock around here, everything shuts down, and the only thing that's open is fast food places.
So here is a reality check. Cava was implemental into banning, getting rid of, disappearing mobile vending for somewhere between 20 years.
Yeah.
For between the late 70s and all the way until the 2010s or somewhere there, there was absolutely no mobile vending.
That's crazy.
And the reason is the business owners, the existing business owners of the time, got together and lobby against all of these new migrant families and new small business that were setting up shop everywhere, because they were losing business anyway. They didn't want to lose more business to people who were not paying taxes, who were not investing the same way, okay? So they stopped mobile vending. They destroy their own pipeline. Because if you want all of these restaurants and all of these small businesses in the area stay open later, you need to give them market.
Yeah.
And small investment, small business, mobile business, bring that market. And not only that, if you had more food vending, mobile vending, more people would be walking around, and that would give a reason why you or any other established business would be open later.
Yep.
Because then you have a market, right? Not only that, also, all of these mobile vending will eventually grow, be successful, and rent the spaces, move into the spaces, buy the buildings, and keep everything alive.
Yep, and then keep the business coming and keep people coming.
That's part of a pipeline. But the problem is we have leaders who just want what they want. And they have no strategy behind what they want other than that's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what my people want. That's what my circle wants. we need to strategize about business development. So the richer I make you, the more people you bring,
Yeah.
the more richness and wealth is distributed, and the better I do.
Yeah.
That's why every time I have ideas for you to operate, to make changes, to do things. I mean, when you started and we started talking, we talk about the lockers.
Yep.
That's because I wanted, to have that, and people work with that, like that. And how many customers have that brought? And stability to your finances that brought.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Those type of ideas have to be implemented if I am supportive, not pushing against you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we said we weren't going to get a little political, but we did a little bit. So I liked it.
Just a little.
Just a little. I liked it. So are you ever going to dip your toe in a political game? You don't have to answer. You're fine.
No. It's a question that I am asked constantly. And I tell people the only reason I would do that is if what I'm doing gets stopped by politics. And to be honest, even though there has been challenges throughout, I haven't been stopped.
Yeah.
It's
knock on wood.
I like to I like to listen to people. I like to communicate with people. I really, really do not take sides because I acknowledge this much: you're a human being. You are not perfect.
Yeah.
But within you exist good and bad. And my job as a leader is to bring the good out of you.
Yeah.
And make it grow. Recognizing that you're not perfect, I have to watch, as any human would, that I don't bring the bad in you. But I have to be smart enough to bring the good in you and in everybody to let everybody grow. That's my philosophy.
Yeah.
And so far I haven't been stopped, so I don't need the office. Now, if by any chance, in order to deliver my passion to community, gets stopped by politics, and in order for me to continue, I need an office, I will do it in a second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so before we end this is like a two-part question.
All right.
So, where do you see Wyandotte County in the next 5-10 years?
It depends on the driver. This is a big ship. It's moving on its own.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop, but we need to recognize all of our qualities and market on that.
Yeah.
Not change it. Not everybody smokes cigars,
Yeah.
but nobody should step in front of you just because they don't smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I hope within the next 5 to 10 years, we know what we want to be when we grow up. And then we are making the investments to be exactly that.
Yeah.
I have seen some very, very good developments. I'm going to bring up 505 Central. I would have loved 505 Central if it was 2 blocks west of their location.
Yeah.
I would have supported it 100%. I just don't think that's the best location for it. I believe we need community benefit agreements signed by every developer.
Yeah.
As a requirement, not as a possibility, as a requirement. And well established to where it doesn't matter how luxurious or business or developments are, they include our people to some degree in a realistic and strategic way. I have traveled the world visiting other projects. When I learned about the Riverfront project, I traveled to Canada to see
Really?
Lachine to visit Lachine, which is exactly what we should do. Just to educate myself.
Yeah.
When I learn about community benefit agreements and how to incorporate big projects with community, I traveled to Paris to visit a project like that, a city that is developed with all of this in mind and has not displaced people. Have not displaced people, and they live in luxury. We need to learn from what is out there to get it done. We can do it. We can do it. We can shine brighter than any other county around us.
We sure can.
We have the location.
And we have potential. Yeah.
We just need to know. We just need to decide what we want to be.
I
when
like
we
that
grow up.
term. I'm going to use that. So my second part of that question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Living life, enjoying myself, enjoying my car,
Yes.
and continue helping community as much as my health and life allows. I want to continue doing it. I love doing it. I didn't know it was in my blood. I tried to deny it, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So as long as God gives me life, I will continue supporting and helping and making a living. No lie. I'm not saint. But making a living in supporting others to become stronger.
Yeah. I love that answer.
Thank you.
Good answer. And hopefully you'll have 2 cars by then, right?
Hopefully.
Well, Edgar, my friend, it's been a pleasure having you on, man.
Thank
I know
you.
we've been planning this for a while, so
Yes, we have talked
finally,
about it.
I'm glad that I got you on, man. And I am very hopeful for the future of Wyandotte County, and I think we need people like you and other people that want to see it grow and want to head it in the right direction. So I appreciate the work you do in Wyandotte County.
Thank you very much.
It's not easy, I know, because I'm a community person myself, and it's kind of hard, getting out there and trying to make change when other people don't want to, see change.
Right.
So
Right.
I appreciate everything you do, and hopefully I see you more. I love when you come in here. So
Yes.
yeah. So you're gonna have to make time for yourself to come in here.
I do. I do.
But like I said, I appreciate you, man. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Yes. And thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you check this episode out and our following episodes after this. And we'll see you.
Goodbye, everybody.